This should be one of our fastest videos ever on multiplying decimals. That's how easy it is. That's why it's going to be a quick one. Because if you can multiply two numbers and you can count, then you can multiply decimals. 3 steps involved in multiplying decimals. First one is to estimate, and I have that as the first step because it should always be a first step, especially where this is a new concept to you. The second would be to multiply the two numbers together as if they were whole numbers. So now we're ignoring the decimal point to begin with. So we multiply them together as if they were two whole numbers. Then the third step is to count the decimal places in both factors, and that is going to be the number of decimal places in your product. Watch. So we have 7.9 times 12. 7.9 is approximately equal to 8. And 12 is equal to 12, so our answer should be somewhere around 8 times 12, or 96. All right? So remember, the first step, estimate. Second step, multiply as if they were two whole numbers. So it doesn't matter which number goes on top. 7.9 times 12. Okay, and I multiply. 2 times 9 is 18. Carry the 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 7 is 7. Add them up. 8. 5 plus 9 is 14. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 7 is 9. Now, our estimates should be around 96. So now if we go back and look at this factor here, there's only one decimal place, one number to the right of the decimal point. And here there are no numbers to the right of the decimal point. So we're going to have one decimal place in our answer. So our answer is 94.8. So again, review, estimate, multiply as if they were whole numbers, and then count. And that's how many decimal places are in your answer. Let's look at the next one. 2.5 times 9.12. 2.5 is about 3. 9.4 is about 9. So 3 times 9 is 27. So we'll expect our answer to be somewhere around 27. And multiply as if they were whole numbers. 2.5 times 9.4. Okay, multiply. And then 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 9 times 5 is 45. Carry the 4. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 4 is 22. 0, 5, 3, 2. Now, remember, we count the number of decimal places in both factors. Here we have one decimal place. Here we have one decimal place for a total of 2. So in our answer, we need to have 2 decimal places. So our product of 9.4 times 2.5 is 23.50. Now, if you want to leave that last 0 off at this point, you can. But remember, we did say we wanted 2 decimal places, so that 0 does count after we do a multiplication. Right, so we've done 2 of them. Let's do one more. 8.73 times 46.9. Well, this is approximately equal to 9. And 46.9, we'll say it's closer to 50. And 9 times 50 is 450. So our answer should be in the neighborhood of 450. Now this is less than 50, and this is less than 9, so our answer should be less than 450, but it should be in that neighborhood. All right, so we have 8.73 times 46.9, and notice, unlike multiplying or adding and subtracting decimals, you do not need to line up your decimal point. In fact, if you do line up your decimal point, you actually end up making more work for yourself because you're adding in zeros. Yeah, line up the decimal point, so that means you have more decimal places to count, and it just makes more work for yourself. So trust me when I tell you, don't line up the decimal place when you're multiplying and 2 decimals. You need to line up the decimal point so when you're adding and subtracting. All right, so we have 8.73 times 46.9. We do our multiplication. 9 times 3 is 27. Carry the 2. 63 plus 2 is 65. 72 plus 6 is 78. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 7 is 42, plus 1 is 43. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 4 is 52. 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 1 is 29, carry the 2. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 2 is 34. And we add them up. There's 7. 5 plus 8 is 13. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 3 is 12, plus 2 more is 14. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 9 is 19. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Alright, so we have 409,437. So we multiplied them as if they were whole numbers, and now we count up our decimal places in both factors. The 1, 2 here, and 1 here, for a total of 3. So our answer should have 3 excuse me, 3 decimal places in it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have an answer of 409.437. In this third one. And let's do something. Let's check my work. What I'm going to do here, let's do this. Get my little scissors here. I grab everything from here. We'll move it over to this side. Move it down here for now. And you can do this. And the reason why I showed you guys the lattice is if you wanted to get into the habit of using lattice, or just use it on when you get more and more digits multiplied together, you can. So let's try it out. 8, 7, 3, 4, 6, 9. Remember, we're going to multiply them as if they were whole numbers first. So I'm not even putting in my decimal places right now. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 8 is 32. 3 times 6 is 18. 7 times 6 is 42. 8 times 6 is 48. And then 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 8 is 72. And remember, we add them up on the diagonals. All right, we're going to add the numbers up along those diagonals. So 7 is just 7. 8 plus 2 is 10. Plus 3 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. 6, 12, 14. Carry the 1. 2, 10, 14. 22. Plus the 7 is 29. 2, 4, 6. Plus 4 is 10. I get 409,437, which is what we got before. 409,437. And don't forget, we have 2 places to the right up here, 1 place to the right here. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3 places to the right in our answer. So there we go. The lattice does work also. Now here are the 3 that I want you to do on your own. Okay, 5.42 times 6, 5.6 times 7.1, and 57.3 times 8.62. Try them out. You get the information right here. First, estimate your product. Second, multiply as if they were whole numbers. And third, count the decimal place in both factors. That is the number of decimal places in your product.